So I figured out how to place a block in midair in Minecraft. And here's how to do it. By the way, this only works in Bedrock Edition, sorry, Java viewers. So if you want to do this, you're first gonna have to learn about a bridging method that you can only do in Bedrock Edition called safe bridging. And so to do it, start off by pillaring 4 blocks high. Just like that. Then on the top of the pillar, go build bridge 4 blocks in any direction like that. And then you want to go and then you want to go in the middle of one of the blocks on the edges, like either this block or that block, and then look at the other block that's on the edge. So I'm on that block and I'm looking at that block. And then you want to hold right click, press and hold right click, and as soon as you press right click, walk forward like this. And if you see a block placed in front of the first block you placed, then you did it correctly. And now you can do anything and the bridge will still continue. You can go on the side and you'll still be able to bridge. You can go on top and you can bridge beneath. You can do a bunch of other stuff, then come back to the bridge. You can still bridge. As long as you don't let go of right click, they'll still work. There is some other things that'll make it not work too, like switching slots, breaking blocks, or pausing the game. And once you've gotten good at safe bridging, the next thing you would need to do is get a bit of sand and a bit of, or it doesn't have to be sand, just any gravity block, which is blocks that don't float, instead they'll fall if they're in midair. And a block that if they fall onto will break, such as a torch, but it doesn't have to be a torch. Most people use torches to do that, but you can also use blocks like chests and slabs. And you might also need some building blocks. So what you're gonna need to do is you have to start off by. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to make a flat platform. If it's not a super flat world, you'll probably need to make it yourself. And then go to the start of that platform and again go to the start of the flat area and build up 4 blocks, and then in the opposite direction of the platform go backward 3 blocks, and then maybe you could also make a staircase to get on top of it. Then you're gonna need to place some torches. I'm gonna place 20. And then you can, and then with the sand you've got to get half of it, and you're also gonna need the blocks that you want to place in midair. So I don't really care which block I use, so I'm just gonna use a spruce plank. So go to the block farther away from the platform. So just go to the block farther away from the platform, and then look at the block closest to the platform. But before you do that, you're gonna have to make sure of two things. First is that the sand is at the first is that if you go from left to right, there's no empty slots before you reach the slots with the sand. So like put the sand in the first slot. And second is that the block you cannot have any of you cannot have the block none of the block that you're gonna place in midair can be in your inventory. So if you have multiple of the block you want to place in midair, drop all of it. And you're gonna have to drop the block on the ground. And you're gonna have to drop the block on the ground. You have to drop the block that you want to place in midair on the ground at like around the end of the torch line, or it's like half slab chest, like the block that you're gonna use to break the line of the block that you're gonna use to break the sand. Then you're gonna have to safe bridge. But before you actually safe bridge, jump down, and you have to use sand to safe bridge, and go down and then slowly safe bridge. Well, just like that, and then grab the block that you want to place in midair, and then make sure not to let go of right click, both while doing the safe bridging with the sand, but also when you run out of sand, when you collect the block, as well as after collecting the block, don't let go of right click. Just keep holding the place button until you place the block in midair. So then once you've got the block that you want to place in midair, go to about the spot the last spot you remember placing a block, and look straight up. And then place the block in midair. You could even use this to jump and place a block beneath you, like block clutch with parkour and block clutch. Well, anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.